Hello, and welcome to Oversized Manchild, the show where we bring you toys that were built for kids, but used by more of a civilized manner. In the last episode, I showed you an unboxing of what was it? I can't actually remember. It was a saddle tank engine. It was a saddle tank engine which I showed you in the last video. And today, last video I told you I would be showing you the layout. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing today, as well as be showing you a new engine which I bought the other day. Now when I tell you the price of all of this engine that I bought, do not be surprised, as it is a different make than Hornby. They were much more expensive but worth it. As you can see right in front of me, there is in fact a man standing on some foam, or polystyrene, whatever you like to say. My room isn't very well lit right now, so that's why I'm using a torch and a large light towards my left. Anyway, let's zoom out. Here is part of my railway. This is more of a tunnel-y, sort of quarry looking area. There's a man on top just kind of digging away, making it look more nicer. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is just a template, and it will look far better once it's done. Along the sides of me, which you don't see yet, but you will, is a small station, and incline going up to a higher station on a different level, going back down towards the quarry. I'm going to run the engine, which you have not seen yet, to give you a better insight of what that looks, and then we'll go back to the original saddle tank engine. So I'm going to start it up now. Already, you'll be able to realise the differences. This is a lot louder, this engine, rolling across the track. Here it comes now, about to go through the tunnel. If you saw that, then put in the comments what engine you think it is before I reveal it. But first, let's move on to our engine that we got the other day. I'm going to be moving the camera to the side. Excuse the mess. This is the engine that you saw the other day when I reviewed the opening set, when I was opening the set up. It's just me today, so it'll be a little bit more difficult, but we'll make it work. And I'm also suffering from a cold as well. So this is the engine. It looks a lot better when it's up close and personal. The engine is sort of a red colour, like I said, with a golden black. The detailing is uncanny. It's a beautifully well done engine, I say. And the way it moves is also very well. Now what I'm going to have to do is take my other engine off the line in order to show you how it moves, because the other engine is in fact faster. It can overlap the engine. Well, it can't because it's only a loop of track, but if there was more it would be able to overlap the engine. So what I'm going to do is, over by the dial, I will lighten it up, don't worry. There's a dial to the side, just there. That is what I'll be controlling the engine with, as you saw in the last video. Let me add some light here. I'm not sure if a light is going to do any good, but we can always give it a go. Okay, so using the dial, I'm going to turn the engine. It is a lot quieter than the other engine. On a slow speed, hearing that buzzing means the electric has come on. It means that it's starting to power up the engine. And to turn the other way, the engine moves very smoothly, but it is also a slower engine compared to this engine. Put it onto the tracks properly, as it has 3 wheels instead of 2. Well, 6 wheels instead of 4. This is the newer engine. Compared to the other one, it is so much more detailed. With wires and valves and whatever you call them in the railway business, it looks absolutely stunning. And also on the coal towards this end, right here, it actually shines. You will not be able to see it on the camera, but with me shining a light over it it has sort of like a glossy diamondy finish, making it look like there are certain gems in there, which is very unlikely, but it does add a nice little detail towards it. The engine is sort of a brownish colour, which I'm not too fond of, but it will do. And the price of this engine was about the same price as the entire set which I bought with the saddle tank engine. Quite ridiculous, but it was so worth it. This engine is a joy to go around the track. And when you're not really using one of the engines, it's okay, because the set came with a siding. So you can add one of your engines to the side, as I will demonstrate later, whilst the other one goes around the track. And you can have both of these engines go around the track at the same time without having collision. Simply all you have to do is, and bear with me because this may take a short while, as you can see there's little TARDIS in the background. In fact, we'll just complete the scenery and add the TARDIS lights on. It's not to scale, as you can see. I'm going to decouple the engine, like so. I'm going to have this engine at the back, and I'm just going to put it there. I'm going to move the freight or luggage and add the engine in front of it, but not connecting. Just there. I'm going to... This actually may not work as one engine's faster than the other, but I have had an idea. I'm going to push the luggage to couple with the engine. All you have to do is push it, not couple it up, as it will do that itself. It's now coupled. What we're going to do is, we're going to focus on this part of the engine, especially around here. I'm going to show you putting the engine into a siding. I'm going to turn on the engine. That engine has stopped for some reason, so I'm about to see why. Here's a problem you'll find. Most engines will not like points. That is not an error in any set you'll buy, it's just a natural thing. It's a pick and mix, basically. So we're going to try and... That's better. Now the engine's on the other side. There's a little connector here. Simply just tap it, and it will change the other point. I'm going to change direction of the engine, turn it back on, and the engine is now at the point. We're going to bring, and when you disconnect here, no power will go towards the siding. It will only continue all the way around. So now we can bring this engine to here. Let's actually move it back a bit. Change the points again, change direction. The engine will soon catch up, and it has. Check if it's connected, and it has. Now we can actually see the engine moving around. This is where it becomes difficult, as I'm going to have to film it holding and standing up, which may have a bit of a challenge, but it'll work, basically. So, please excuse the mess that has been made in making this railway, as it does take a lot of maintaining. But first, here is the up climb. I've used a tea towel. You can use pretty much anything. I've used a piece of wood, some old toilet paper, some foam, some more wood, and accessories that came with it. We're going to start off the engine, but first, changing the points to making sure the engine doesn't go off to the siding. That's going backwards, and that's going forwards. This is the incline and the top station. Just passing the quarry, or tunnel, over to the larger station. It's amazing what you can do with these engines, and what you can do with the scenery as well. You can even put a cabin on the side, like so. Even put a larger one. I've stopped the engine, and now I'm just going to change it so it's just the smaller saddle tank engine, as that is the one that truly belongs on the railway, as it was the first engine I got here. I'm going to reverse the engine. Take off the Batman engine, which is the newer engine that we got, placing it onto the siding, disconnecting the saddle tank engine and putting it on the front. The engine is now going. You'll shortly see it on its way round. You can also, when filming, make it daytime settings, so the light comes over. This is probably my favourite part, as it looks like a run-down mine, and the engine has to pass through it, but at any point it could break, putting one of the men on top of the quarry. His life is slightly in danger as well, creating all different types of shadows as well, more of a nighttime feel or a daytime feel. Best thing about a railway, especially a model railway, is that you can do pretty much what you want with it. Thanks for watching, and see you later.